Yeah, hey, Tom, how do you feel about cold opens? Too late, the music's already playing. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever the hell you're listening to this. You're listening to Fat Unathletic Nerds Talking Sports, the Sports Pod with Dad Bods. This is Jackknife, alongside Tommy Joe. How you doing, Tommy Joe?
Pretty good. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
it's been gone a long time. I'm gonna grow out this beard a little bit. The season ended. I missed the ending of the NASCAR season.
I mean, your boy won though.
He did. Kyle Larson. You know, he came back after a year off, after sharing time for his very, very stupid comment.
It was stupid. It was stupid.
But he's back and he's better than ever.
Yeah, for those watching this on video, we are in the back of we are coming to you from Tom's driveway in the back of his truck.
Yes, because we're currently looking for a studio. If anyone has a studio that they could loan us
for free, we won't pay you.
We won't pay. You can pay us.
Yes, exactly.
We're open to that.
I mean,
we're open to that.
Exactly. You got to pay to be in our presence. That's how freaking sexy we are.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
that goes for you too, Barstool.
Yeah, Barstool. No, don't. No, we need Lord Portnoy in our lives. He's got to pay us. No. But anyway, something I forgot to mention last podcast when we talked about where we were going is that man Darley and I mean, I wish he was here to talk about it. We actually took a road trip out to Columbus for.
That's true.
Yeah, basically a hockey road trip for our buddy Todd. It was his bachelor party. We went there with the intent of seeing the Rangers and Blue Jackets, which we did. The Rangers beat the Blue Jackets 5-3. You know,
as they should.
Yeah, I made eye contact with Keandre Miller. And,
no way.
Yeah, and
I don't know who that is.
I know you don't know who that is. But yeah, and Ryan Reeves acknowledged my existence. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you definitely know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we went there for the intent of just seeing the Rangers and like doing some other stuff in Columbus. But then we remembered. I happened to look at the NHL schedule. The Capitals are playing Columbus tonight. Like the night we got in, we were like, let's go. We go there, and lo and behold, Alex Ovechkin scores goal number 742 to pass Brett Hull for fourth all-time in scoring.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds awesome.
It is pretty freaking awesome.
It's always cool to see someone break a record.
Yes. Well, yeah, he didn't necessarily break the record, but he moved into fourth place. And Brett Hull, Tom, I know you don't know hockey, Brett Hull was an amazing hockey player. And even Wayne Gretzky is pretty sure at this point, yeah, Alex Ovechkin's going to break my record. I'm pretty happy. He's pretty happy for him. I mean, he's still got to get the job done, but... we'll talk more about that later. So, yeah, how was... what do you mean, how was your New Year's Eve? You were with me New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we were together.
Yeah, you saw me scream at the TV, and then, the night got ruined after the news. You heard?
Yes, yeah, so our New Year's Eve was kind of, I don't know what to play with. Our New Year's Eve was kind of, brought to a grinding halt in the middle of everything. Now, it's not really sports related, but this is the Fat and Unathletic Nerds, which I think it falls under those three categories.
Yeah.
Joe from Practical Jokers is taking a step away.
Yeah, he's gone. He's leaving in Practical Jokers.
He is. I mean, we don't know for how long. We don't know if it's forever, but for the foreseeable future, he's gone.
I know, it's sad. I mean, and I don't know how old the average listener is of our podcast, considering we probably will get like five
Considering
five
just
people.
our friends.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I get Steve from Blue's Clues vibes from it. Like, I don't know if they'll replace Joe, and if they do, I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be like when they replaced Steve, and he was okay. The replacement was okay, but let's face it, he couldn't hold a candle to Steve. But
So you're saying replace Joe with Steve?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that did cross my mind.
I mean, he's bald now. People don't really recognize him.
That's true. Like some people suggest like get a celebrity to do it. I'm like, I saw Kevin Hart as a suggestion. I'm like, no.
Well, I mean,
everyone's gonna know that's Kevin Hart, though.
Yeah, but he's gonna be out of line of sight of everyone.
I guess.
Because like everyone's gonna be looking this way, and he's gonna be like on the ground.
Short joke. Oh my god.
No, but it would have to be, if it's a celebrity, it would have to be a B-list celebrity.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean,
I feel like Joey Fatone is too popular.
Yeah, because he hosts game shows and stuff, and like even when he introduced Steve Harvey for Family Feud, he's like, "This is Joey Fatone. Here's Steve Harvey." I'm like, "Why do you need to announce your name? You're not the host. You're just a narrator." But yeah, But I'm gonna try to turn that story into a sports related thing.
Okay.
Let's say they do replace Joe whoever's going in there has to go in there not trying to be Joe Gatto because there's only one Joe Gatto. Didi Gregorius didn't go to play shortstop for the Yankees trying to be Derek Jeter because if he did, he was just going to be disappointed.
He was there to fill a spot.
Yes. He went there and was Didi Gregorius. And
exactly.
He did a good job. I mean, Zach Daniels and Brick Walters probably don't like him much right now. I mean, hey, if you want, I'd like him back. I'm just saying, but yeah, if the new Impractical Jokers suck, without Joe, which very well could. Joe did everything, but if it does suck, then we'll give it the Van Halen 3 treatment. Yeah. Like
I say, we wait a year. We'll let it you got COVID. You can't really be doing stuff with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like wait the year. Don't record for a year. See where Joe is a year from now. You know what I mean? Maybe he can come back. Because his problems didn't really seem like, at least from what he said. I mean, again, it's only what he's telling us.
He's going through. He wants to be a good dad to his kids, and he's got to be a co-parent. I mean,
you have to balance that.
I know he has no. I don't think he has to make. He doesn't have to work a day for the rest of his life.
No, he doesn't.
So,
but I'm sure he'll miss it.
Probably. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Even if he was gone for good. Even if he made guest appearances. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Let's get into sports, but like I said, if New Impractical Joker sucks, we just give it the Van Halen 3 treatment. What's Van Halen 3?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah,
Gary
doesn't
Crone?
exist.
Who's that?
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Okay, football. I mean, as far as college goes, Notre Dame is notoriously bad at bowl games for the past 2 decades. I don't think they won a major bowl game since 1994, unless maybe you count the Orange Bowl in 2018. But
so what you're saying is you're bad luck for Notre Dame.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. But I did turn on in that Orange Bowl that they beat LSU in. I did turn it on and see them Notre Dame score a game-winning touchdown. But yeah, Notre Dame was up 28-7 in the Fiesta Bowl against
28-7
against Oklahoma State. You're
close, 28-3.
Yeah, you're thinking 28-3. They didn't go full Falcons, but they were pretty close. I turn on the TV. I'm like. I'm just like, oh yeah, the Fighting Irish are playing. Turn it on. They're up 28-7. And they just begin to shit the bed. It's as if they knew, oh, guys, Jack's watching us. Quick, lose. Oh, jeez. Just join a conference already. It's not worth it, because Notre Dame seems like to get an easy path to these bowl games. But, they're all pretty much never prepared for them. I mean, granted, this year they actually put up a fight. But all the other times, they got their asses handed to them. So, honestly, I'd rather them put up, an okay record and, build up themselves better against, these teams because they'll have a tougher schedule than just go to the playoffs and then, oh, hey, Georgia, oh, we just got mauled by the Bulldogs. Or, oh, hey, Alabama, oh, we just got mauled by the Crimson Tide. You know what I'm saying, Tom?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In other college football news, Ohio State beats Utah in the Rose Bowl, 48-45. Georgia murdered Michigan in the Orange Bowl, 34-11. And Alabama beat Cincinnati, 27-6 in the Cotton Bowl. And I wish Zach Daniels was here, because I'm sure he knows what the college football playoff scenario looks like right now.
Well, Zach's right here. We'll just hyperimpose Zach right here.
Yeah, I'll put an ugly image of him right here for those watching on video.
Zach said it, not me.
Yeah, and it's gone. All right, but time to go to the pros. First off, rest in peace, John Madden.
Yes.
He was he was an amazing coach for the Oakland Raiders, and he was a great announcer too, even if he was Captain Obvious at many times. I mean, Tom, you have different thoughts regarding his video games. I thought the video games got progressively worse, but
yeah, Madden sucks. Madden NFL sucks. Not John Madden. Madden NFL sucks. Ever since 2009, it's been the same game, just with different rosters and slight upgrades. But it's horrible.
Reason why. Well, Tom, do you remember this video? For those watching you'll see on video.
Reason number 4 why Madden fucking sucks. Fucking Super Bowl. Browns and the fucking Cardinals. Hold this and film the screen. Browns and the fucking Cardinals. And Hike. Fucking Kevin Kolb throws it. And it's intercepted. intercepted by me, the Browns. But watch, my fucking arm goes all the way bent. And look at how the fuck can anyone in that position go from that to standing straight up, going in, falling, and look what the motherfucker, watch your referee. How is that a safety? How the fuck?
That's so realistic. What are you
is
talking
that a
about?
safety? I just lost the fucking game. Fuck!
In real life, that's definitely forward progress and like a touchback, if anything. But yeah, I mean, John Madden, like, ironically enough, he died like 3 or 4 days after that special came out on him.
Yeah, kind of weird with old people dying right around something was supposed to happen.
I have no comment. No comment.
Betty White.
Yeah, I know.
She died right before her birthday.
That's true. I
Right,
mean,
there's a big special for her.
yeah, but People Magazine jinxed it. Thanks, People Magazine.
Yeah,
you
right.
killed Betty White. Let's start off.
Also, I want to say I knew when I heard that Madden died. I was like, great, there goes the Colts' chances of winning this week.
Oh, right, because you played the Raiders.
Yes.
And do you want to talk about the Colts first, or?
I mean, what's there to say? We are the best mediocre team there is out there. I mean, we had a really good run lately. I will say, pretty much all the losses this year have been losses like this past Sunday, where it's a close game and then we just lose it in the fourth quarter at the very end. I mean, I'm hopeful we'll beat Jacksonville.
I mean, you guys haven't won in Jacksonville since like 2014. You said,
Was it that long?
I don't know. You sent something to our group chat, but yeah, I saw a stat that said the Colts are, what's their record now? 9. You guys were undefeated with Jonathan Taylor running 100 yards a game. Not anymore. Now you're 9-1.
Yes, and he almost did not get 100 yards last week against the Cards.
Really?
I think he got like 103, 104. Like he just got there.
Yeah. Well, he got 108 this game. Averaged like 5 yards a carry.
He did just get, I think it was 2,000 yards for the season.
Oh, let's find out. Jonathan Taylor. Let's see. Go to stats. NFL.com. Talk rambling on like Bill Burr, like I always do. Let's see. Freaking load, stupid computer. Let's see. Oh, it's stats. That's info. Okay, yards for the season. Oh, here's season. He's got 1,700 yards this season. 1,734 to be specific, if I'm looking at this right. All right. Are you guys still in the playoff hunt, or?
I mean, I think we're still. No, I'm pretty sure that with Tennessee winning, pretty sure they locked up the AFC South. But I mean, always wild card.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look at it right now. Whenever that decides to load. Oh, yep, Titans clinch the division.
Looked at it since.
Okay, yeah, you guys are still in the hunt. You're in the playoff spot, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the hunt, and there is 7 spots. Huh, looks like the Eagles got it. I think the Eagles are
in.
Yeah, they're in.
They're in because Green Bay won.
That's right.
That's right.
Wow, Eagles are in there.
Where are the Jets?
Why'd you have to remind me of that? Yeah.
Hey, just think, you're the team that broke Antonio Brown. Further.
Well, here's the thing. All right, you know what? That's perfect segue. Let's get into that. Let's get into the Jets. Not only do the Jets suck, they're stupid. Now, Buccaneers trailed most of the game, but the Jets' inability to put a team away left them too much time on the clock, and just over 2 minutes, no timeouts. Tom Brady, it's like no one was going to deny that they were going to march down the field and score.
It's Tom Brady.
I knew it was going to happen. But here's the thing. The Jets decide to go with it on 4th and 2 near the Bucs end zone, try to put the game away, keep the game out of Brady's hands. They could have kicked the field goal to, make them go by up by a touchdown. That way, when Brady did inevitably march down the field, that it would be a tie game and they'd force overtime. Now, I'd get that, but even me, I wanted them to go for it. I thought going for it was the right decision. The problem was the play call. And apparently, the coaching staff fucked up and gave Zach Wilson the wrong play.
The goddamn Jets.
Yeah, 4th and 2. They were supposed to do like an end around to Braxton Berrios. And by the way, Braxton Berrios has been great for us. One of the few bright spots about this team. And he's likely getting a contract extension. I think that's good for us. And Buccaneers, I don't think their defensive line is fully healthy. But they still got Ndamukong Suh among others. Zach Wilson tries a QB sneak on 4th and 2. As soon as wait, you didn't see it? You didn't see it?
I was watching the Colts game.
Oh my God.
I was watching the Colts get fucking reamed out by the Raiders for the first half, only to come back and have this glimmer of hope that we're going to fucking win. And,
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to see if I can bring it up for you. But basically, what happened was, and I can't find a video of, like, just the one clip. But as soon as he snapped the ball and, like, dove forward, my heart sank. I'm like, you did not just fucking do that. You did not just freaking try that. Oh, my God. And here's the thing. I'm not upset that the Jets lost, okay? If let's say they did do the play to Berrios, because that was working pretty much the entire game. I would have been mad that they lost, but it's like, you know what? You did the best you could there. I'm not mad that they lost. I'm mad that they beat themselves there. Like, shit. Like, if they ran a good play, they literally could have just upset the defending Super Bowl champions and the man I hate the most in sports, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But like you said,
the Jets got to be the Jets.
Exactly.
The Jets are going to do what the Jets are going to do.
Yeah, and when that happened, I'm like, you know what? I would have been better off just kicking the field goal and losing in overtime. But yeah. Now, most teams, if one of their quarterbacks, wide receivers, had a meltdown on the sideline where he took off his jersey and like basically quit mid-game and like ran off the field, drawing attention to himself, most teams that would happen to would lose that game. But no. Thankfully for the Buccaneers, they were playing the Jets. But let's talk about Antonio Brown.
Poor Antonio Brown.
I mean, I honestly think that man has CTE.
Oh,
100%.
Yes.
I think you could pinpoint the moment it happened with that hit on Vontez Burfict years ago. I remember watching that. I'm like, Vontez Burfict almost killed the freaking guy. Yeah, but ever since then, like
that's when the whole helmet thing started, right? After that, right?
Not that I know of, but I do remember he did put up a big deal about his helmet.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went.
And that's kind of what started his departure from the Steelers.
Yeah, he's kind of like went downhill because I'm sure you've seen the video, Tom. Mm-hmm. Or if not, I'll send it to you later. But yeah, that's the moment you could pinpoint, his mental health like went completely downhill. Now, I think I don't know if I want to say his NFL career's over because he might try to be like, he turned it around at some point until, this inevitably happens all over again. Because listen, the man is extremely talented.
Oh,
even if you're at wide receivers are the biggest example of like, if you're a freaking prima donna, NFL teams will take a chance on you as long as you're talented. Look at Terrell Owens. Like Terrell Owens got compared to Antonio Brown and was insulted by that. Randy Moss had his moments too. But yeah, you can't diagnose CTE until you're dead. And unfortunately, if I were a betting man, I'd say like, yeah, he probably does have it. And that's a sad thing to say. Oh, jeez. I mean, I do hope he gets it together. The Giants still suck. My future father-in-law actually wanted them to lose on Sunday. And from what I understand, they had a good game rushing, but a horrible game passing. I mean, Mike Glennon's their starting quarterback because Daniel Jones has a neck injury. Like, you see him on the sidelines, he doesn't even have a neck brace on, though. I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, Mike Glennon's now out for the season. Now their quarterback is Jake from State Farm. No, his name is Jake From, but every time
Jake from State Farm. Yeah,
I can't help it.
I cannot hear it.
Yeah, and State Farm's not even paying us to say that. I just know him as Jake from State Farm now. So yeah.
Wow.
Go on.
I want to say watch it, Mahomes.
Watching Mahomes. I mean, yeah. Well, I don't think he has to because Jake Fromm isn't very good either. But
Well, no, I'm saying he's coming for a sponsorship.
well, again, you'd have to be good to earn a sponsorship or be Peyton Manning and Eli Manning's brother. If you've seen his Uber Eats commercial.
Yes.
Just because number 2 and 3 are more talented, something along those lines. I mean, my future father-in-law wants the Giants to lose for better draft picks. I'm like, okay, but like that's kind of my thing. Like as a Jet fan, like my whole life, like you think they're actually gonna do anything with him? But I think the general consensus now is that they will fire General Manager Dave Gettleman.
You know what? I just had a revelation right now.
What's up?
And this might get cut out. But wanting your bad team to do bad to get good players and hoping the team will do good is like throwing money at the government thinking that the government's going to spend that money better.
That could stay in there.
I mean, it's like, it's going to suck no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what you throw at it, like just throw the team away.
Exactly. Or it's like my cousin Vinny. You're getting fucked either way. Yeah, the Eagles won a shaky game. I know at FedEx Field, beating the Washington football team.
Speaking about throwing things away,
What?
that stadium needs to fucking go away.
Yeah, which is what I was going to talk about next. Well, I mean, I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I didn't watch the game, obviously. But you know, our resident Eagles fans, Zach and Brick, did, and they were like just going off in the group chat. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, they just. But you know, the Eagles won, and Jalen Hurts. You know, he's going down the tunnel. He's high-fiving the Eagles fans. And literally, the freaking stadium, the railing collapsed.
Yeah, railing collapsed, and fans almost fall on Hurts.
Yes. It was a shocking video. And, you know, Hurts didn't get crushed. And from what I understand,
He was like a foot away
Yeah,
from getting crushed by at least one fan.
yeah, or freaking one of the metal bars on the railing
Yeah.
hitting him in the head. And Zach sent us an article. The Eagles announcers chose to, like, call the game remotely because that's how shitty FedEx Field is. I mean, the Washington football team is going to have a new name on February 2nd. They announced at an hour or so before this recording. I think they need a lot more than just a freaking name. They need a new stadium. They need a new owner. Because even my uncles, like, who grew up Washington fans, like, during their heyday when they were the Redskins, you know, redacted. You know, they pretty much lost all interest in the team because of Dan Snyder, the owner. But yeah, I'm gonna read this statement that Zach sent us a screenshot of, you know, a statement Jalen Hurts put out today. To whom it may concern, I am writing to inquire about what follow-up action is being considered in response to the near tragic incident that took place at FedEx Field on January 2nd, 2022. And you know what? I don't feel like reading all that, but you know, you get the idea. Like he wants something done to make sure that doesn't happen again. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as.
What if he was walking on the other side?
Say what?
What if he was walking on the other side of the hallway where the railing fell?
Right. I mean, he was walking down the middle, but you know, I mean, I think he fell right before he got to the tunnel. So, I mean,
well, the fans are trying to grab him.
To high five him. Yeah.
Not grab him.
Yeah. But, you know, a lot of them just got right back up. So they were like, this is awesome. I'm with Jalen Hurts now. Yeah, Eagles fans are passionate. Yeah, and last night, Monday Night Football, Ben Roethlisberger's last game in Pittsburgh.
Is that the Heinz Field?
Heinz Field, yes. And they eliminated the Cleveland Browns from the playoff. Going for the playoffs. So.
But the Steelers still need... I think the Steelers need to win, and I think the Colts need to lose for the Steelers to make it to playoffs.
I think you're right. I gotta look at the playoff picture again.
My former boss.
Former boss. Okay.
Was talking to me today about that. He says he needs the Colts to lose. I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, Steelers are 8-7-1, second in the AFC North. They're the 9 seed. They have to get up to 7. And, I mean, they need the Colts and or the Chargers to fall.
I mean, there's so many teams right now, 9-7.
True. I mean, the Steelers could potentially finish 9-7 and 1 because you know the new week, the extra game they added.
It's almost like they added an extra game this season.
Exactly. But yeah, that's just about it for NFL news. Baseball. Still locked down. What else is freaking new? But there is some baseball news that happened.
There is.
Yes. Ken Rosenthal, a very well-respected,
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah. I'm going to pull up the article right now from the New York Post. Ken Rosenthal out at MLB Network due to previous criticism of Rob Manfred. I'm sorry, God Emperor Rob Manfred, commissioner of Major League Baseball. MLB Network has cut ties with insider Ken Rosenthal in what is believed to be the end result of a acrimony, what the hell is that word, that peaked in the summer of 2020 after Rosenthal criticized Commissioner Rob Manfred, the Post has learned. Rosenthal, a top newsbreaker, was first kept off the air for around 3 months, according to sources, after he wrote columns in 2020 with the season in jeopardy due to the pandemic, analyzing Manfred's handling of the situation for The Athletic. I don't know, who owns or who necessarily is the boss for MLB Network. I have no idea.
It's got to be.
This is your truck.
It's my truck.
Yeah, it's your truck. You got to turn the light on.
Well, because the battery's off.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, that
Actually, wait, I have.
Yeah, get that light. My thing is this. Is this technically, talking shit about your boss? But he is a reporter. He's covering the MLB. Jeez. Again, I wish Shaq was here for this. He'd have a lot more to say than I would. But that's unfortunate. Ken Rosenthal was... I don't know if I'd call him necessarily the Adam Schefter of baseball. Yeah. But, you know what? Let's be honest. Rob Manfred's not a very good commissioner.
No, he's not. Here it is.
Oh, there's the light. There's the light. All right. But yeah, Rob Manfred, with these ridiculous rule changes, he's practically... he realized his mistake, so that they're going back to the old rules, but let's face it, Rob Manfred is not a very good commissioner. And here's the thing, hockey's my favorite sport. And believe me, holy shit, it's on that light. Just put it on the floor. Okay, now...
Oh, we can pull over.
Careful, you never know who has... Yeah, I'm not going to say it. But, hockey's my favorite sport. And I've never really liked Gary Bettman for all the years I've been watching it. But, geez, way to make... But Rob Manfred, way to make Gary Bettman look like the previous commissioner of the NFL. I forgot his name.
That's better, I guess, right?
Yeah. NFL commissioner before Goodell. Paul Tagliabue. Yeah, way to make Gary Bettman look like Paul Tagliabue. Wow, that looks so much better.
Right?
Yeah. But anyway, Tom, what do you want to tie into this?
So this dude gets fired for his job because someone up, well, it's not just someone, Rob Manfred, doesn't agree with him, right?
Okay.
Kind of like how NASCAR approved a certain sponsor for a certain someone.
Are we going to segue into NASCAR?
Yes, we are.
All right, let's segue into NASCAR.
How NASCAR approves a sponsor for a certain someone until they go public with said sponsor. And this sponsor may or may not have an issue with someone in NASCAR that likes this person. I'm being very vague. So it's pretty clear that within recent years that NASCAR has tried to play pretty neutral with political stuff.
Yeah.
But, in recent years, you have seen some politicians sponsor stock cars. There was the Trump car.
Yeah.
Corey LaJoy drove.
Yeah.
There was the Trump car that Mike Harmon drove. Joe Nemechek drove.
And there were some organizations. I think Austin Dillon had NRA as a sponsor.
Yes, well, the NRA sponsors the Bristol Night Race.
Right.
And you also had last year with Bubba Wallace with the Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Car. So, for those of you who don't know, there's a saying going around that people have been saying that may not agree with our president.
You can say it. Let's go, Brandon.
So, let's go, Brandon. So, let's go, Brandon. If you guys, for those of you who don't know, started at last year at the end of the Xfinity Series race at Talladega, where Brandon Brown...
Yeah, Brandon Brown's an Xfinity driver, not a Cup driver.
We're talking about the Xfinity Series here, where Brandon Brown won his first race, and it was at Talladega. And this was at the time when the very popular FJB chants were going around saying, fuck Joe Biden. Well, after he won the race, the fans chanting, fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Only for the announcer to go, oh, and the crowd's going wild. They're shouting, let's go, Brandon. Which, obviously, they weren't.
Yeah.
which led to Let's Go Brandon being code for fuck Joe Biden.
You think she knew they were saying fuck Joe Biden?
They probably were. She was probably trying to save face, which I don't blame her, but I think I would have just ignored it.
Yeah.
Just not saying
Yeah,
anything.
she kind of threw gasoline on the fire there.
Exactly. If she just ignored it, that would have been it.
Exactly.
But hey, it's quick thinking. It was quick thinking on her feet.
Yeah, when you're in work mode and you're going for quick thinking, you know.
Exactly. So I can respect her for that. But if I'm sure you've seen this everywhere, where there's Let's Go Brandon everything, to the point where people didn't even know what it meant. They didn't know where it came from. They're like, oh, Let's Go Brandon. Who's Brandon? Well, Brandon Brown is the original Let's Go Brandon.
Yes.
So this guy runs his own team. He I think it's Brandon Built Motorsports.
I didn't know that.
And he was looking for sponsorship. And let me backpedal a little bit here. After the season, NASCAR came out with a statement that they will not be allowing. Pretty much, they weren't fans of Let's Go Brandon.
Okay.
Steve Phelps, and I'm drawing a blank with the France, not Brian France. I'm trying to think of the other France.
NASCAR France family.
Well, just look at NASCAR CEO. It's not Brian.
Okay, NASCAR CEO. Jim France?
Jim France basically said that they didn't like it and they didn't want it used. They didn't want it used. They wanted to copyright it so people couldn't use it.
They were basically like that Jonah Hill gif where he's like, nah.
Yeah. So after this, Brandon Brown is saying he's having a hard time finding sponsorship due to the political nature of Let's Go Brandon. That since he's Brandon Brown, people don't want to sponsor him because people don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, like I was gonna say, I kind of feel bad for Brandon Brown, not just a sponsorship but unless like he becomes like a really, really talented driver, he's just gonna be known as the fuck Joe Biden guy. It's like,
exactly.
If I'm an athlete, I want to be known for like what I do on the field, or in this case, the track.
So NASCAR said earlier that they would not allow Let's Go Brandon at NASCAR. NASCAR didn't like it.
Yes.
Because it offends the president. But apparently a new crypto coin came out called the LGB coin.
Yes.
Which is Let's Go Brandon coin.
Yeah.
And they decided to sponsor Brandon Brown.
Yes, and NASCAR approved it.
And Brandon Brown sent the sponsorship and the paint scheme to NASCAR to get approved, and NASCAR approved it. NASCAR approved it. They got the email back from NASCAR saying that it was approved, and they went public with the announcement. Only for NASCAR for a couple hours say, "Hey, we're not allowing this." So, what's your opinion? Does NASCAR allow this, or do they not allow it?
I feel like they got allowed at this point. Like, you will allow just about everything else beforehand. I mean, plus, it's one thing if it was an FJB coin, because like the F actually stands for the word.
Yeah,
fuck.
I mean, if it was FJB, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this is a cryptocurrency, and like you've allowed a lot of you've allowed sponsorship that were flat out political before.
Oh,
so
yeah, I mean, I think if it was anyone but Brandon Brown, I'd say, but the
It's
car
actually
says "Let's
Brandon
Go Brandon,"
Brown.
and it's Brandon
It's
Brown.
Brandon Brown.
It's Brandon Brown. Like
Yeah.
it's literally the guy. I think that NASCAR with this car should set a precedent that either they're going to allow anything political, or they're going to allow nothing more political.
right, as long as there's no like curse words or
Yes,
anything.
they can't say, well, because this affects someone that I like.
Or if they are going to allow politics, at least set some guidelines. Okay, you could do some political stuff, just like nothing like attack, nothing specific. Nothing like maybe like saying about like any of your stances on anything. But then again, that pretty much is politics.
Exactly. I think that if NASCAR has a choice to
what?
To either nip this in the butt and be like, all right, no more political sponsors, but then again, at the same time, I feel like the current economy of NASCAR is not really
Trending.
NASCAR shouldn't be saying no to anyone.
Yeah.
If someone wants to throw money at a team, as long as they're legit, like a little side note, Focus Factor. Have you ever heard of Focus Factor?
No, but I've heard of Bishop Sycamore.
That's what I'm feeling like.
Yes.
Well, you're familiar with slap shoes, liars, thieves. So this it's actually kind of funny, because I'm forgetting, and their whole thing is remembering.
Yes.
It's a mind supplement.
Okay.
To help you remember stuff and focus better. They have like 200 something likes on followers on Twitter, and apparently they have enough money to fund the 43 car for the whole season.
For Richard Petty.
Richard Petty, GMS Petty.
GMS Petty.
Yeah, GMS, Gallagher Motor Racing.
Okay.
Gallagher Motorsports.
All right.
They merged. GMS came up from the Truck Series.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whose son? Because the Gallagher, I can't think of his first name. He owns Allegiant Airlines.
Okay.
And his son, Spencer Gallagher, used to race until he got busted for failing a post-race
inspection.
Drug test.
Oh, drug test.
Drug test, yes. He won a race and he went to go party like it was 1999.
Oh, well, it wasn't steroids. It was like
no, it was like weed.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Anyway, to circle back, but I think that NASCAR is not really in a spot where they could deny sponsors. I mean, if it right out said "fuck Joe Biden," all right.
Yeah, because
No matter how you feel about the guy, but it's let's go Brandon.
Yes.
Which isn't directly saying.
Maybe he wants to reclaim it.
Yes, maybe he wants to reclaim Let's Go Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say give him a chance to try to reclaim it at the very least.
And then to summarize, the NASCAR off season, you have a bunch of drivers. This is why I like NASCAR or just racing in general.
You think that this is why you think auto racing is the best sport?
Yes, because what do you do in the NFL off season?
Nothing.
How do you watch your favorite stars? You can't.
Nothing.
You just have to watch replays from the previous season, right? Or previous seasons.
Yeah, unless they decide to,
In baseball, they stick to the MLB. And the NBA, they stick to the NBA.
Yeah.
All these stars stick to their league, and that's it. But with racing, there really isn't an off season because you got the Snowball Derby, you got the Chile Bowl, you got the Turkey Derby at Wall.
Yeah.
You got all these races in the off season. Granted, it may not be stock cars. It could be late models. It could be dirt. It could be whatever. But you get to see your favorite driver race all throughout the year, and they're usually much cheaper than going to a NASCAR race.
Well, who would we see at Wall? Truex?
Maybe, but I mean, if New Egypt were to ever do something, because there's a lot of dirt racing.
That's true.
I mean, you got Kyle Larson, who pretty much goes everywhere. I'm pretty sure he's been to New Egypt at least once.
At least once.
Probably 2020.
2020.
When he wasn't racing.
That's right. That's right.
When he went on that tirade. I mean,
I wouldn't call that a tirade, but he still had to take.
I meant winning tirade.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say he still had to take his medicine after that.
That year, he had an average finish of third, I think, with all those different series.
Wow.
He won 33% of everything he competed in this year. 33%. He won. Wow. It's not like like regular sports where you have a winner and a loser. You got one winner and 39 losers. So I mean, to win a third of those, that's crazy.
It really is. Hey, anything else you want to talk about NASCAR before we go into hockey?
Dover, RIP.
Oh yeah, you're not happy about
this. Not yet. Motorsports Incorporated bought out Dover, which was one of the last remaining independently owned tracks. Which owned Dover and Nashville. I'm pretty sure that this is their way of buying another date for one of their tracks.
They're basically Disney of NASCAR. They're owning everything.
They are, because everything is either owned by NASCAR, which is Speedway Incorporated.
Yeah.
Or Speedway
Motorsports.
Something like that, or no. There's SMI, and then there's NASCAR, and I can't think of what the NASCAR one's called. But anyway, they pretty much own the entire schedule.
Yeah.
With the exception of maybe 5 tracks, being the couple of road courses like Road America, Mid Ohio, Pocono, Worldwide Technology, which is in St. Louis, I want to say.
I don't know, but you basically told me that Speedway Motorsports that is who bought Dover, right? You basically told me that they're the reason Rockingham's no longer.
Yes, the reason why Rockingham's not on the schedule. The reason why North Wilkesboro is not on the schedule because they buy these tracks and just give the dates to other tracks. It's the reason why New Hampshire has 1 date left.
Yeah.
And Dover only has 1 date right now because the other date went to Nashville, which is a good race. And then I guess we got the Clash coming up. They already broke ground at the.
Oh, that's right.
They already broke ground over at the LA Coliseum. See, I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope.
I want it to be successful. I'm scared it's gonna be a total shitstorm.
Exactly. I don't know if LA is really the best
Market?
the best market, but it's a big market, you know.
I mean, closest track is Fontana.
And Sonoma.
That's right, Sonoma.
There's also Vegas.
True. Yeah. How big's the following there? I mean, the Bush brothers are from
NASCAR
Vegas.
always likes to go west and then get bit, but we'll see. I hope it needs to work out.
All right.
It needs to work out.
Anyway,
That's NASCAR.
Exactly. Well, that's NASCAR. And basketball, I'm going to be very quick. Let's see. Currently, the NBA standings, the Bulls are atop the East. The Knicks are not as good as I thought they were. They are 17-20, but, they're still in contention for a playoff spot, obviously. And Golden State, after a year or two where they were terrible, they're back to their old ways. Steph Curry is being great. I forgot to bring it up last podcast. Steph Curry against the Knicks broke the all-time three-point record with his with 3-pointer 2,974 passing Ray Allen. And he also recently broke his own record.
2,974th.
Yes, 2,974th. Jeez. He also broke his own record of hitting a three in 158 straight games. That is something. Well, anyway, that does it for basketball. Time for me to you took the reins with NASCAR. Time for me to take the reins with hockey.
I thought hockey was small. That's just the end of the page.
Funny. Well, here's the thing. I do have you feel free to chime in whenever you want, but there's something you definitely got to take part in.
Oh, yes, there is.
We had a couple submissions, and I threw in two more for you. Tom's gonna try to pronounce the name of hockey players. And we got 4. First one, submitted by Dan's girlfriend, Haley Wilson. Tom, let's see what you got to say about this
that
one.
Looks like a very Latin speaking first name. Rio. Am I even close to that?
Little.
Rio, or Rio?
I think it's closer to that.
Rio?
Yeah.
Rio, Rusatlian.
Nope.
No?
Reijo Ruotsalainen.
I wasn't too far off.
Okay.
I wasn't too far off.
All right. Next one. This is from me. And by the way, he was from Finland. Not, okay.
Jacob Vorchich?
Jacob Vorachuk.
Close.
Okay.
Philip Cheadle?
Philip Heedle.
Heedle.
Okay.
Wow. So they just skipped 2 words.
Yep.
And 2 letters there.
Okay. All right. And the final submission from my brother, Nicholas Hassel.
That first name's hard. Jonathan Toes?
Jonathan Taze.
Taze?
I just wanted you to have one where he was like, oh, this is easy. No, it's not. All right. Time to get into some NHL news. Bring up the standings right here because the season is back on. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Rangers are in first place. Not just in the Metropolitan Division, but of the entire National Hockey League. I love to see it. New Year's Eve, they beat the Lightning in a shootout. Then, without Artemi Panarin, because he's in COVID protocol, they face the Lightning again. Now, odds were stacked against them, but no. The Rangers put up a 4-0 shutout with Mika Zibanejad getting a hat trick and Igor Shesterkin stopping everything. And last night, at the time of this recording, they beat the struggling Edmonton Oilers 4-1. Okay, the Oilers are struggling, but you know what? They have Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. Connor McDavid is the best player in the world. Leon Draisaitl is probably in the top 5. That team could still beat you on any given night. And I consider that a bit of a revenge game because they beat us in a game we should have won earlier in the season because the Rangers were up 4-1 and then choked it away. But yeah, got their revenge there. Now, I still stand by that they're not quite an elite team. When I look at the standings right now, we're tied in points with the Capitals. We have 2 more wins. Carolina has 3 games in hand. They're only a point behind. But I think it's safe to say that, I think you can almost guarantee, yes, the Rangers are a playoff team. They're not elite. But they're putting themselves on the map. They're a tough team to play against, and basically putting themselves on the radar for these other elite teams. Be like, geez, we're gonna have to worry about the Rangers in the next few years. Other NHL news. Finally had the Winter Classic in Minnesota. It was supposed to be there last year, but COVID basically pushed that to this year, where the St. Louis Blues beat the Minnesota Wild at Target Field 6-4. It was the coldest one on record. Tom, want to guess how cold it was?
Cold one on record?
Yes.
Are we talking negative numbers?
Yes. Dun, 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 dun,
Double or single?
Single.
-8.
You're close. -9.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, Bree and I put on the game, and once the Blues made it 4-1, we're like, okay, yeah, I'm done with this. All right. Alex Ovechkin, who we mentioned before, has recorded power play goal number 275 of his career, which is an NHL record, and he's still going strong, and he could be like Richard Petty in the sense, like, yeah, no one's going to catch that. I think the closest one behind him...
You know how I feel about Rich Petty.
Well, I know how you feel about...
He's great, but...
NHL all-time power play goals. I'm going to see who...
While he's looking that up, I just want to give a shout-out to Stock Car Society for making this incredible hat. Look at that. Raise hell, praise Dale, just like his old GM Goodwrench hat. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, as far as active players go, let's see. Wow. 200 cent. There's not even an active player on this list. So, oh, nope, never mind. There's one. Steven Stamkos. To put it in perspective for you, Tom, Alex Ovechkin has 275 power play goals. The next active player is 103 behind him. That, like I said before, he's probably going to break the all-time goal record, and that who knows if anyone will ever catch him. I mean, I think he very well will reach the 900s. Thousands, probably not, but, I feel like if anyone could do it, it's him. If you watch him play, you see his shot, you'll be like, holy shit. But anyway, staying in the Metropolitan Division, the Penguins are an 8-game winning streak, and they don't have Evgeny Malkin. Jake Gensel has been rolling. Evan Rodriguez has been pretty good. Tristan Jarry's been solid in net. Don't forget, they still have Jeff Carter, Sidney Crosby, Chris Letang. They're at the end of their, competitive window because they don't really have a strong prospect line coming up. So they probably can't really make any moves to, for rentals this season to make themselves, true cup contenders. But if Malkin gets healthy and, you got Sidney Crosby, look out for the Penguins. They're kind of, let's see, where are they right now? They are 4th in the Metropolitan, but they are they hold the top wild card spot, and let's see, they got 3 games in hand on both the Rangers and the Capitals. So yeah, and this is old news. I'm an idiot for not bringing it up last podcast. That's my fault. Be mad at me. We talked a lot about Jack Eichel trade rumors. Well, he finally got traded to the Vegas Golden Knights, and right now Vegas is the top team in the Pacific Division. And albeit, okay, the Pacific Division is the weakest division, arguably the weakest division in the NHL. But, that being said, they're still first place team. They don't have... Jeez, my phone's getting texts. I hope if the vibrating isn't too loud, or if it even is vibrating. Yeah, because, people listening to this are probably hearing... I'm like...
It's vibrating off when you record next time.
Probably should. And, whatever. For those who are watching it on video, I'll give you a warning. Because I didn't even think about it until maybe 3 or 4 texts in. But anyway, they won't have Max Pacioretty for a little bit. I think he's got an arm injury, broken arm, that he's going to be out for a few weeks. But he comes back.
Yeah, you too.
I don't even know if that hurt the beat. But Pacioretty comes back. Jack Eichel comes back. I truly think Vegas is going to be... Vegas is one of 2 teams I think are going to represent the West.
But wasn't Vegas almost made as a super team?
Not quite. Expansion teams, Vegas is the exception, not the rule. Usually expansion teams are just okay. Look at the Seattle Kraken. Right now, the Seattle Kraken are the newest expansion team. They're one of the worst teams in the division. Vegas just came storming out the gate, but that's partially because general managers like tried to make deals with him, and the Vegas Golden Knights finessed them, whereas they got the current GMs of the league kind of learned their lesson. It was like, okay, we're not going to make the same mistakes with giving great players or unrealized talent to Vegas or to the Kraken like we did with Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, in the West, I mean, Colorado's not too sexy right now as far as standings go. But I honestly think it's going to be between the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights to represent the West in the Stanley Cup, and I think they'll play the Carolina Hurricanes. A couple more things. Bruce Boudreau was named the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks, and he tied an NHL record, winning his first 7 games as an NHL head coach, and the Canucks fans loved him so much, they invented a chant, Bruce, there it is! Bruce, there it is! He was a potential candidate for the Rangers coach this year. I did not want him. I don't think he has a very long shelf life. But who am I to talk? Gerard Gallant's our coach. And finally, speaking of the Canucks, a Seattle Kraken fan was concerned about the equipment manager. I think it was the equipment manager. Hold on, I got the article right here. Get the guy's proper title. Okay. Yep, assistant equipment manager. A concerned Seattle Kraken fan saw something on the back of the neck of the assistant equipment manager of the Vancouver Canucks. She tried really freaking hard to get his attention. And eventually she did. And she basically wrote him a note basically saying, hey, that mole on the back of your neck looks cancerous. And, he went to the team doctor. He went to his wife. They were all like, I gotta get this thing looked out. Turns out it was cancerous.
Mole.
Mole. But yeah, thankfully it wasn't cancerous, and they caught it really freaking early, so it didn't spread at all.
Wow.
Yep, and
I thought you were going to say it was some kind of cheating device.
Funny.
But this isn't baseball, so.
Right. But as a thank you to that fan, the Vancouver Canucks and the Seattle Kraken combined together to give her $100,000 scholarship.
I was saying $100. I was like,
And $100,000 scholarship. No, wait, I'm stupid. Is it $100,000 or $10,000?
probably $10,000.
Yeah, $10,000. Yep, I was wrong. $10,000.
I mean, $100,000 is a lot of money. I don't think that assistant equipment guy is that valuable.
Right. Scholarship. Yep, a scholarship for medical school. So.
If it was a player, different.
Probably. The fan's name is Nadia Popovici. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And the equipment manager, his name is Brian Hamilton. So, yep, she got his attention and potentially saved his life. So I thought that was a very nice story.
Side note, next week I'm going to have you announce IndyCar driver names.
Oh, I love the sound of that. We get you with hockey players, or you get me with IndyCar drivers?
NASCAR is pretty American. I mean,
yeah,
it's pretty hard to mispronounce those names. Unless we have some kind of foreign exchange student here. But IndyCar is pretty interesting.
All right. Well, anyway, anything else you want to add tonight, Tom? Or?
No, I'd say that's pretty much it. Want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I mean, we'll wrap it up in the next minute or so. I mean, I'm not going to be around to record as much on Tuesdays anymore. I got some Fire Academy stuff going on, and but we're going to do the best we can. I mean, Tom, assuming we got time next Tuesday, we talked about doing burger reviews. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, I think we should. I got my new job to replace my 2 previous jobs. I have a ton more time now. So there should be a lot more me on screen and in your ear. So let's do it.
All right. We'll do it. Thank you very much for listening. If you made it this far, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow us on all our social medias at FUNTS Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and at Fat Athletic Nerds Talking Sports on Facebook. This is Jackknife alongside Tommy Joe. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
I think your one's a little dirty.
And I'm going to use that.
Sorry. You got some chat stuff on your phone.
I'm gonna end the episode with that.